Hello crafties, and welcome to another Tunisian Tuesday. My name is Infiniti, and today we are going to be crocheting the Tunisian Purl stitch. So today's stitch is super, I don't know, it's not hard. It's a little fidgety at first, but once you get the hang of it, it'll be easy as pie. Unlike other Tunisian stitches that curl up on you, this one is worked up flat, so I did not block this little swatch. It worked up that way, so that was a good cool thing. It looks exactly like the knitted version of the purl stitch, but again much easier because you're using a crochet hook. Now without further ado, we're going to jump right into the tutorial. So for today's tutorial, we're going to start off with a slip knot. So you can do that in any way that you would like. If you're unfamiliar with slip knotting and things like that, I do have a beginner crochet tutorial back on my channel, which I will probably link at the end of this video. Alright, now for this pattern, you can chain in any increment you'd like. There's no set number or multiples in which you must chain. So I'm just going to chain 12. And in today's tutorial, I am using a 5.5 millimeter Tunisian hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and loops and threads impeccable yarn in sea green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, and then we're going to go about casting on for our first row. So we're not going to work into this first chain, but the second chain from our hook. Insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to go into the next stitch, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We now have 3 loops on our hook. And we are going to do that all the way across this row until we reach the end. Alright, so now that we have done that, we are going to do our returning pass. So you are going to yarn over and chain 1 through that first stitch. And now we are going to yarn over, pull through 2, 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 all the way across till we reach the end. Alright, now this is where the fun begins. So what we want to do in order to work the purl stitch is to, normally we have, maybe I should zoom in just a little bit. Normally we would work a Tunisian stitch or crochet stitch in general with the yarn being wrapped around the front. Well, in this case we are going to actually go behind our working yarn, so you might need to retension. And then you are going to insert your hook, not in this first bar, but the next one over as normal. Okay, so your stitch should look like this. And then you're going to want to move your working yarn down, yarn over, and pull through that stitch, and you have your first little bar here. So we're going to do that again. Put the hook behind your working yarn, and it may help to hold your finger on the yarn like this. Totally okay. Insert your hook through that vertical bar. Move the yarn, your working yarn, back to the front so that you can pull through that loop. Okay, and I'm purposely using a larger hook today just to make these stitches easier to work. My original swatch was worked with a 5mm hook, so that was a little tighter and a little more awkward for the camera. I'm going to work this again. And you can already see the ridges starting to form, which is so pretty. Alright, and we're just gonna work this last stitch in that last chain from the previous row. And there is our row 1. Alright, row 3. I think I said row 2 at the end of the last clip, but row 3. So what we're going to do now is do our returning pass. So that is yarning over and chaining 1. And then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way across the row. Okay, and so now we're just going to repeat row 2. So that is putting our hook behind our working yarn, inserting it into that second vertical bar of the row. Gonna move our working yarn back to the front, and we're gonna yarn over and pull through that stitch. Now we should have 2 loops in our hook. Again, gonna move my hook to the back of the working yarn, insert it into this vertical bar. I'm gonna move my working yarn forward, yarn over and pull through that loop. And we're gonna work this repeat across this row. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you intend to use this for? I personally want to try working some of my knitting patterns with Tunisian crochet and seeing how that works out. let's not do that. And last one. There we go. And so then what we'd want to do after we finish this row is work our returning pass. I'm going to work up a couple more rows, and then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like when I'm done, and then we're going to cast off. Okay, I'm back, and I have done a returning pass, so now I'm ready to go back across and cast off. So to do that is really easy. Basically what we're going to do is work a purl stitch. So putting our hook behind our yarn, going into the second vertical post, yarning over and pulling through that loop. Then we're just going to slip stitch into that first stitch. Just like that. So we're going to do that again. We're going to purl, then slip stitch. I'm going to do it again. Purl, and slip stitch all the way across. And then our last stitch, we're going to purl, and slip stitch, and then we are going to chain one, pull up a loop, and we can then officially snip our yarn. Alright, and then that is the end of the tutorial. That is how you do the Tunisian purl stitch. I hope today's tutorial was helpful for you all. I thank you guys for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please thumbs up. It helps YouTube to recommend my videos more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on awesome weekly content like this one. I post Tunisian crochet videos every Tuesday, and I am also on a lot of different social media platforms, everything I think except Snapchat, so go ahead, check me out there. Follow me for updates and merch updates and Etsy updates, and you get the idea. And until next time guys, happy making.